Welcome back to Audit Zone. A YouTuber named Ed Baier was in a parking lot in San Diego when he saw Officer Carrasco and Officer Holmes of the San Diego Police Department. Baier noted the officers were just walking up to random drivers and interrogating them. Since he usually records police officers whenever he suspects they're involved in illegal activities, the YouTuber decided to record the police officers. As the officers moved about, Baier allegedly drove in a circular manner to capture the officers from all angles. It seemed the officers were not happy that they were being recorded, so they decided to conduct a traffic stop on Baier.
For driving in circles in a public parking lot.
Do you have to your license, please?
And if I don't, will I be shot?
No.
If I don't, will I be arrested? What crime am I being detained for, sir?
I told you, sir.
Driving in a circle, that's a crime?
We're just making sure everything's okay.
The officers claimed the traffic stop was because Baier was driving in a circular pattern in the public parking lot. As of recording this video, no law in California makes it a crime for drivers to drive in a circular path in a parking lot. There are only a few requirements to drive within any parking lot in California. Baier did not violate any traffic law by simply driving in a circular manner while ensuring he was not endangering anyone's life or property. Officer Carrasco and Officer Holmes were just annoyed that Baier had the audacity to record them. Baier continued to ask the officer if it was illegal for him to drive in the manner he did, and the officers continued to refuse to answer since they knew he was not committing any crime. When the officers maintained he must give them his ID, Baier repeatedly asked if he could safely access his vehicle without being shot.
Hey, hello, sir. I was just driving by. I wasn't even paying attention to that, and you decided to.
What's going on?
So you were actually driving the car, so I will need your driver's license, registration, and insurance, please.
May I reach inside without getting shot, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't shoot me now, please.
Everything is good.
I was driving the car. What violation did I do?
You are driving in circles in the parking lot, sir.
So did you? I got you on tape.
Because you were doing the driving hours.
Is that illegal? Is that illegal?
Get the driver's license.
Yes, I will. But is that illegal?
I'm not gonna answer any questions. I'm asking you for your identification, please.
All right. Penal code section for driving in circles in a public parking lot.
Do you have to your license, please?
And if I don't, will I be shot? If I don't, will I be arrested? If I don't give you my driver's license and registration, what will happen, sir?
Legally, right now you're detained. We have to give us permission.
Am I being detained for what crime, sir? Ma'am. What crime am I being detained for, sir?
I told you, sir.
Driving in a circle, that's a crime?
We're just making sure everything's okay.
I'm fine. I have no qualms. I did not call you, and I am perfectly fine.
Do you have any drugs or anything, sir?
I don't answer any questions. Now, you saying that I'm being detained for a crime, is that true?
It's a traffic stop.
It's a traffic stop. Driving in circles in a parking lot is a traffic stop? I can't drive in circles in a public parking lot.
Over the... No, sir, you can't.
Do you understand why I caught your attention?
No, I don't understand why I got your attention. Oh, were you in a concentration camp?
No. Can I have your license, please?
And the driver's license, please.
I'm gonna reach in now. I don't want to get shot.
Go ahead, don't worry, go ahead.
I worry. So on the ticket, I want the penal code for driving in a circle in a parking
They
lot.
always do.
Huh?
They always do.
No, I want you or whoever's writing this to put the penal code.
Yeah, the tickets they always do.
No, you.
It's not a penal code.
It's a vehicle code.
Yeah, there you go.
Then I want the vehicle code for driving in a circle in a parking lot.
This is a completely illegal detainment and a violation of the Fourth Amendment, which protects every U.S. citizen against unreasonable searches and seizures. When Baier asked if the officers would arrest him if he refused to give them his ID, the two officers again refused to answer the question because they knew it would be illegal to arrest him for simply refusing to give ID since Baier had not committed any crime. California is not a stop-and-ID state. That means that police officers cannot arrest you in California for refusing to show your identification unless they have lawfully detained or arrested you. Since this incident was an illegal detainment, Baier would have been justified if he had refused to give the officers his ID. Unfortunately, the YouTuber allowed the officers to violate his rights by eventually giving them his ID. To some of you, you might be wondering why Baier repeatedly asked the officers if he could safely access his vehicle without being shot.
And the driver's license, please.
I'm gonna reach in now. I don't want to get shot.
Go ahead, don't worry, go ahead.
I worry.
Well, that repeated statement was a reference to many incidents of fearful officers killing innocent civilians for accessing their glove compartment during traffic stops. It has been found that many officers have problems with citizens exercising their Second Amendment right that allow them to have weapons they can use to defend themselves. As stated in the Second Amendment, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Many officers become extremely fearful immediately after they know a citizen they are interrogating has any weapon, even if the citizen has no intention of using it. If such officers encounter citizens that rummage through their glove compartments during a traffic stop, the fearful officers might think they are reaching for their weapons. Many innocent citizens have been shot and killed due to that. For example, on July 6, 2016, a black man named Philando Castille was traveling with his girlfriend when Officer Geronimo Yanez pulled them over. Before approaching the couple, Officer Yanez had concluded that Castille was involved in a robbery, even though he had no concrete evidence. When the officer asked for proof of insurance and a driver's license, Castille responded politely. Castille then informed the officer that he had a firearm. The firearm was legally obtained. Officer Yanez immediately became very concerned, immediately drew out his firearm, and told Castille not to reach for the gun. Castille tried to get his driver's license, as the officer had previously asked, but the highly fearful Yanez thought Castille was reaching for his gun. Due to that, he fatally shot Castille 7 times, killing him. On June 16, 2017, Yanez was acquitted of all charges, though he was fired from the police force. So during a traffic stop, if you have any weapon in your vehicle, it is always a good safety measure to ask the officers if you can safely search through your vehicle without getting shot. Officer Holmes took her time to go through Baier's records. Since she didn't find any active warrant for a previous crime, the officers left without giving any citation, even though the YouTuber begged for one.
So this is a traffic stop.
It is a traffic stop.
Okay. For driving in a circle.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna have to go into your little book there and find that, because there's no, and I'm putting my hand in my pocket. Unless you want to search me, I'm putting my hand in my pocket. Now if I get shot, it's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna close the door.
Huh?
I'm gonna close the door. Please step back. I don't want to bump into you and get charged with assaulting an
You
officer.
can just step to the left and close the door.
Are you telling me how to close my door?
You can do whatever you want.
No, I can't do anything I want. I can't leave on my own free will because you're saying I'm being detained.
Well, yeah, you can. Just step to the left and close the door.
I don't need to step to the left. If I don't step to the left, will I be shot or arrested?
No, you will not.
I'm going to step to the right and close the door. And then I'm going to go against the car so I don't get shot.
Okay, sir.
You're not going to give me a ticket?
Nope.
Why?
Drive safely.
Why? Why? And are you in a concentration camp? What's that tattoo? Why aren't you giving me a ticket? You came up to me,
You don't
all
have to
threatening.
take it. It's discretionary. None of us were being threatened.
Why were you?
at all.
Why'd you pull me over?
You're driving recklessly.
I wasn't driving recklessly. Now you're saying I was driving recklessly. First you said it was a. Well, then give me a ticket for reckless driving.
I don't feel a need to cite you.
Why?
Because it's my discretion. I don't want to write you a cite.
Why?
Why do you want a ticket?
I want a ticket because you guys pulled me over for something I can legally do. I was not. I was doing 2 miles an hour in a parking lot,
Okay,
doing
have a good
circles.
day.
Name an ID number. Name an ID number. Name an ID number.
Carrasco 1763.
Do you feel threatened right now as I approach you?
No, really, sir. So go ahead and stay there. That's perfect.
Why? Or will I be shot or arrested for doing that?
If you come like super close.
What's
yes.
super close? Define super close.
As I stated earlier, Baier did not commit any crime by driving in a circular pattern. Officer Carrasco and Officer Holmes were just annoyed that the YouTuber dared to record them, so they decided to go on a crime fishing expedition to see if Baier had an active warrant for a previous crime. The traffic stop was just retaliation for Baier's exercise of his First Amendment right to record videos of police officers carrying out their public duties. As of the time of this recording, I'm not sure if Baier filed any complaints against the officers. I hope he did. Well, that's all concerning this video. Thanks for watching.